There were very many. At the end of it, there was need for them to be regulated. We did a lot of benchmarking in South Africa. Others went to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Malaysia, Chile, and therefore the law we made was a very real hybrid law to really regulate this. Because by then, you remember, many pension funds had collapsed in the world, including some in the UK, and they were, because they were not, you remember the case of Maxwell, and that's why we needed this one to come in so that we make a law which will not allow a pension fund like this one to collapse. I'm proud that now we have over 19 trillion shillings in the pension fund. That's a very good contributor to national development. And in the future, I'm sure this money we shall not go to borrow. We shall use this money of the pension fund to really develop our country. And also this applies even to some more, we want farmers. Those who grow coffee, those who grow cotton, those who grow tea, those who grow sugarcane should be able to contribute to this pension fund in one or the other. For example, coffee is the leading exporter. It's the leading export of Uganda, which means earns the biggest forex for this country. And why should it contribute to the pension fund, the development of this country? And you can imagine in a very short time, in less than 10 years, we have over 19 trillion. It believes that within the next 5 years, we should be over 40 trillion. What needs to be done is that the government should support it, and we should really make it independent, like Bank of Uganda, so that it can be able to regulate. Another achievement we have seen is that people can use their 50% as a guarantee to do health, accommodation, and education. It's a very good bill. It helps you to pledge your money to do capital investment, like in a house, accommodation, do medical, and take care of children. Of course, the only problem we have is our social behavior, where an old man and an old woman want to keep the grandchildren at their home. In fact, this money for pension is supposed to help you when you have reached the age of the elderly. So everybody should look after his own children. If I produce you as my son, your job is to look at your children. You don't become and drop them at my home. Because as I grow age, my energy becomes less. So I'll need to use my money for accommodation, for medical. Of course, accommodation I'll have, but I'll need it for food, because I can't go to the gardens. I'll need it for medical. I'll need it for my own social well-being in the community. But if you have grandchildren who come in to eat on you, that's why there's a stress in the families. You get people dying early, basically who would have lived longer. They get diabetes, they get pressure, they get all types of ulcers because of living people's lives. Otherwise, if you are living your own life, there's no way you will have that problem, because you are saving money for your own future, not the future of somebody else. Because if it's a small boy and a girl, they have their own life to live. And that's what I'm calling on the people of Uganda. And this business of having these extended children, of grandchildren, grandchildren, don't, because they're the ones going to make you die faster. If I can afford my half kilo of meat with my own wife, we eat that 2 people, we can survive better. But if you have 10 grandchildren in the house, you have no capacity. You're paying school fees for your grandchildren. That means you are living under stress. You paid for your son. Why do you want to pay for somebody's son? So those are things we need to regulate. And this retirement benefit pension system should go out to educate the population that this money is basically for you to survive, so that you have a decent life after reaching retirement age. There are 6 which I see the institution needs to work on. 1, we need to establish the independence. We don't want Ministry of Gender, Ministry of Finance, many entities pulling them. We need to have one entity, but also to have the independence, so that they can take decisions on their own. 19 trillion plus more money which is coming in is so tempting, and this needs to be really safe. That's number 1. Number 2, of course, we need to make regulations which will operationalize that. The regulations I think we have now are not the best, so we need a regulation to really operationalize that law very well. What they raised today, I saw in the meeting, what I've been seeing, what they're raising, and their challenges are well addressed in the regulations. And I can tell you, if you make very good regulations, you have the support of Parliament. Now, mobilizing the people to come in to join this pension system. They have members of Parliament, they have local governments. You see, they have radios. They have to invest more in awareness. You see, in the villages, there are those groups where you get old women and that they're having on Sunday where to sit. They go and eat. They are bringing you 2 million, you eat 2.5 million. Those are the groups which we should tap in. That you put your money here, you're sure You can use it to go to a bank and borrow than waiting for those groups which you come to eat your food and spoil even your garden for nothing. And by the time you organize that food, you have put in Nigeria, you have borrowed, you have done what? But here the money, you start investing 5,000, 2,000, 1,000. So make it simpler. Yeah? In the mobile money, I get my 1,000 I send, I get 2,000 I send. And such schemes, when you're doing them, they should not be mandatory. Well, I can today have sold the coffee, I have 1 million, I put there. I may take 3 months without anything, but if you make it mandatory that you brought 1 million every month, 1 million, it will be complicated. There are those where they should not be mandatory. Apart from those, maybe who have regular income. Those one can do it like salaried people. This is a very good idea, and I can tell you. In fact, we should even go and talk about mechanics. We can talk about motorcycle riders. There are very many, and we can really sort them out. I can tell you, we have a lot of resources in this country. So the method of push a message and tap in. So the challenge with the retired this patient is to come up and do sensitization. What is the Ubra? You may even ask a minister now in Uganda, these current ministers who I don't know many number. But if you ask him about Ubra, he may not know. Even members of the parliament may not know. Now finance committee are aware. You need parliament to be sensitized. You need the executive to be sensitized. Then those will work it around, get political weight, you'll do it. I can tell you, the money outside there is a lot. People now, instead of keeping money in boxes, will keep here, and it is in the financial sector, and it's easy to tap in. And the cost of money will go down, but our investment in the country will go high. My name is Nathan Andala Mafabe. I am a member of Parliament from Dadil West. I am the chairman of Bugis Cooperative Union, and I've held a lot of offices. But those offices are basically people giving me an opportunity. I just work there as a team player. On the international market, I'm an international financial management consultant, well known in the whole world. Basically, of course, I've gone to school. If I started to mention my titles here, it could take a lot of time. But of course, I drink coffee. I'm an advocate of coffee because I know it's the best in this country. And we grow Arabic coffee. That's the leading grower of Arabic coffee in Uganda, the best in the world, from Mount Elgon, where I happen to be the chairman.
Yeah, it's M-U-N-Star G, the 8th way. Nkera muzi hustle, nara ndembera muzi battle. I know life is one big struggle, but shit, sometimes nebuza chinagwa kino ngate fenna picture twatondewa mu ya mukama. Fenna tulya venezike tusala, fenna tuli basine era basinga twenenya. Nato bonabona nze asinga waine aye lwaki nze tyega lwaki nze sigagawala lwaki bwentegeka ekivule enkuba lwetonya ne lwaki balama nsinga lwaki Uganda World Cup ekyatula ennyo nyingira nga lwaki corruption taggwa lwaki ba politician babeera batusiriwaza. You I need some answers kubanza amazima mbikoye kyo kyekyo. Omuntu ave yambulira amazima nze mbikoye. At some point you feel like giving up, nigga.
Ndamanya hundaruga, ndareba hundi kuza, mumisha hundi kuza, chiga flow to charge kuza. Otawa mani kwenda kwitwa chiniga Uganda yo misho lyakwata ezo big figures Jiro mushinya mwana kora na mani Tindenda raparanjira and hip hop ereshashura lyali Emyaka jakarenka bandavuga gari Nashanga fani yanjira ntibro lwa malamani Ounda kanjira handsome kwa tejo ipsam net shwara Hip hop yanyereshashura lyali Leka kusomese kuno kwefagao Kurastoleshanga twena twashongora Leka kusomese kuno kwefagao Rugamu byamu ndekondereri we yehinjiri Ejini chiga flow Ndajitamish nemas ndazaha chadia Nanye garuha Ethan Nikwechiri What? This song is for you, Ugandans, and the world all over.
Mwana wanyabondela Lindi ebiri mu maso There's a brighter day Topo watogwa mu manyi Wadenge mbere gane Kole chisomo kolye ngomwami Wadde sekute nga tekuta Kole chisomo kobewo Oh, the sun is gonna shine So bright You will know you won the fight Yeah, keep on moving, don't stop Everything's gonna be alright Toyimirira yongera okutambula Yadde bambi nkukuye Yadde olugendo luwanvu Ojja kumalako Oh, togwa musubi Maman, c'est toujours toi.
Tu es belle maman, tu es belle maman.
Un amour sans condition.
Sokochi eneo sambo Producer Jose Mayani Babu Mkobo Sineteme Ulira Nina knowledge kuba ya sasula eza college Nina energy kuba mu buto yasikanga amachi Mama wange yagala nkule n'empisa ennungi Chokola bwe neyiso bubi yansuzaako mu garage Adolescence nine fujjo lingi netuyomba nenechwachwana nenkubawo olugi emyaka ejekasiwa tunamuleka akabira mu boarding yangamba bwetyo sibwe nakuza sibwe musimu nasula kinyiga era mu alemoning nenfukamira nemugamba siriddamu mukabya mama wange njagala obeere happy kubanga yegwe yansindikanga ndi mutwalire ensambya njagala nkugulire sukaali ne kahaliya kuba mama wange mu bulamu nga wavumiriya kuntu yo zonna oyimirizaawo familiya ombulakuma ning'okwala Sisilia kana kayimba teri kisinga ondaba nzina tata webale kana kayimba teri kisinga ondaba nzina tata webale yawandikiwa Amina yazala Muhammad Maria nazala Yesu who resurrected Roilala nazala Mandela yes South Africa never liberated omugaso baba mama munsi tegubeera outdated tukola bapaka kati bakyali celebrated nebaza bakola bamama okubeera emancipated kubanga ebiseera bingi babeera so frustrated ngali ku lubimbi okunoonya ensimbi bakuza abaana nga ne bayita mu mbeera embi kano nkaweereza n'abakyala lule yazala kabaka mutebi ne Joyce bakulu yazala Ernest Nsimbi kana kayimba teri kisinga ondaba nzina tata webale kana kayimba teri kisinga ondaba nzina tata webale when the worst comes to worst my mother comes first musabira blessing nga sinalya breakfast omukwano gwe kubeera wone wesibera rich nsaba mukama musibira kayumba ku beach mulimu wotahita amazzi siga feki kuba bawulira nina ekizibu talinnya ku buleki buli birthday mama wange ambekingira kakeke mukoke kucapu nawe webala okuzaala kiprotich Albert Williams okuzaala Martin Luther jukira time mama buli agamba tozimbizaako twe ekyo kyekyakuwonya okufuuka nga alinaitwe natwalelekaliwa kugenda kwekera koine emitwetwe kana kayimba teri kizinga ondaba nzina tata webale kana kayimba teri kizinga ondaba nzina tata webale
Something to believe in. Mama, your love is so amazing. Ooh, it's such a blessing. Ooh, what a feeling. You give me something to believe in. Mama, your love is so amazing. Ooh, it's such a blessing.
Mama wakikwasinga ewule nebwe ya east or west north or south hemisphere with the most beautiful scent kana kayimba teri kisinga gabanzina tata webale kana kayimba teri kisinga sanduka kuwomu sekonda banzina tata webale omukwano gakyaliyo wulira omukwano okukuba okuva mu ggulu yes wulira fountain y'omukwano eva mutima gwa mama wange oba ebiseera byanyama oba byakawo mama wabeerawo tuwebel mama
Mama, c'est toi.
2015.
Elijah Tucker, Sylvester Ne Abrams.
In my movies, my life got myself all day. Today, no bad mind, but positivity. Humbleness to myself. A smile to make myself look fresh. Think better, big, bigger, and biggest. Sweet vibes, well equalized. Only times when I'm rolling down. Kampala streets, uptown, downtown. Hustle, mpola. Mo magazine, afatanga nkola. Nasikiliza ne bafala. Just bukaka mute muli na malala.
Kwebera poa, toba busa, kola bibyo. Just poa. Kwebera poa, toba busa, kola bibyo. Just poa.
Sylvester ndibyanke sigera na bitutuma kulaba wetuddeko kulaba okukuluma onotera okuyimbula empologoma okunuma emaali yange gye nakolawo ddala yakuluma kataka enkolagana yange nenabyuma ng'okoba musajja munno osobola okutomera ekyuma olowooza akamegge enjovu kenkanawa eddamu afunanga sitepu zange kati ndipoa sibabuusa ekinakulya akameevu kigira mu kususa owakazeke alaba olwobyo yesusiza mugendeko mpola omuwa pulaani zojja kwejjusa
Kwebera poa, toba busa, kola bibyo. Just poa. Kwebera poa, toba busa, kola bibyo. Just poa.
nekolera jange nekolera byange nekolera zange tonsumbuwa ndi byange ogamba nvuubika ate nga byendya byange ebyo biganye ojerega byange mbanga santama nga talina byakwambala bavuluga byetukola kubanga byabasukkako babyagala ne obusobozi bwo tebalina okuva bwe nazuula ekyo tebansuuza byange nsekera mu kikonde baagala nsuule balonde balooza buli omu awalula tinsawo ya lumonde simanyi gokka n'amagezi mu ssonde tutadde emyaka mingi mu kuyiga ebintu bye tukola blaza oba sista taata oba maama kampala omupya n'omukadde olulu wayise owino africa east africa uganda omurasta ne headmaster omuyimbi oba omuzimbi just
just to mention a few. How you feel now?
Kwebera poa, tobabusa, kola bibyo, just poa. Kwebera poa, tobabusa, kola bibyo, just poa.
Yali asibye ebiswayiri nga line ziri straight. Yali avasiga graffiti ku ngalo kwaliko paint. Lwe nasooka okulaba hip hop gwali mwaka gwa 78. Nali siraba nga muwala nga jjuza figure 8. Ebbina lye lyali ddene, eyo ye yali bait. Nasooka naŋŋamba nti no 2 times 8. Yali ayagala mukubiremu 16 bars eziri tight. Naye mwana ebiseera ebyo nange nali nkyali fala. Rhyme gye nasooka okukuba n'agiziimuula. Nali nkyayavula Ibro n'amutwala. Questo ye n'alyoka amufuula omukyala. Namusanga akisinga Sylvester ne Abrams ku DV8. Babaluku navyo n'abataka balinga babaabe. Namwegomba z'okulaba lyrical G ku no end. Lumix ye yamuleetanga entinda ku weekend. Yala like Milka be balinga ba girlfriend be. Nze ne mulekwa back in the day had no money to spend. Namuweereza kasoda nanga akimanye nti gyendi. Ani yali amanyi tulibeera together in the end. BFE yatandika okufuna platinum checks. Nandaga ba queen ba P-Tech ne ba president. Yangamba mbulire stories aba ghetto residents. Luga flow is my culture so I must represent. Yangamba eggulu lyampa ekitole ky'okubeera intelligent. Nyinyonnyola abaana concepts babeere confident. Global yampa amaanyi g'okubeera eloquent. Tuwa tuzikubye locally ne internationally. Financially yeyanyimusa nanzija ku cement. Spiritual I'm trying to be the best man I can be. Lyrically the pen is mightier than the sword I can see. And I promise to love you forever. Signed yours sincerely. Dear hip hop nze nkumisinga. Mubakazi be nakabeera nabo ye gwasinga. Chechi kunyiga chechi kabya amaziga. Nze nkoyo okulaba nga bakumistreetinga. Oli mulungi smile eringa poetry. Kakwate mu kiwato ng'akwata ekitontome. Tutambule ppembi abateesika tubalumye. Tula waneno ku kisambi nkunyumize story. Memories mu mpewo nga boomerang zikomawo. Ng'omwagalwa wange ng'awunya akawoowo. Nga arrow ne bow twesikamu ne twejjawo. First date ne hip hop twalya luwombo lwakaawo. Bwe nakola poem eyasooka yagamba wow. Ne mulaga eggulu nga telescope ya Galileo. Luga flow ng'akyawoma nga sumbuse yakawo. Kino bakasangwawo kye balanga nkiribaawo. Bw'oba wakana gwe genda obuuze jjajjaawo. Najjako akawuwo ne mpandika fomula empya ku lubaawo. GNL zamba lyrical architect w'ekimbeewo. Surgeon eyayawula aba hip hop mu kipeepeewo. Buli ssaawa obwongo bubeera budduka ng'akaweewo. Naye mwana GNL zamba n'otulekawo. Mpulira kati oyimba ne mangeremu akola duo. Nowe wuwoddamu tukube sheziri annual. Baboon forwest obasomere manual. Hit city classic style eri fantastic. Zambo yagala kala ya white olinga wa traffic. Konzo mwana muzungu naye omutima gwaba nilotic. We go together just like gin and tonic. Juzi namugambye engeri gye njagala mu hip hop. Naye n'agamba mulete mu buliri tukole manage twa. Kuba ndaba engeri gy'omu missing oyinza n'okwewa obutwa. Dear hip hop nze nkumisinga. Mu bakazi be nakabeera nabo ye gwasinga. Chechi kunyiga chechi kabya amaziga. Nze nkoyo okulaba nga bakwabusinga. Oli mulungi smile eringa poetry. Kakwate mu kiwato ng'akwata ekitontome. Tutambule ffembi abateesika tubalumye. Tula wano ku kisambi gunyumize story. Dear hip hop nze nkumisinga. Mu bakazi be nakabeera nabo ye gwasinga. Chechi kunyiga chechi kabya amaziga. Nze nkoyo okulaba nga bakwabusinga. Oli mulungi smile eringa poetry. Kakwate mu kiwato ng'akwata ekitontome. Tutambule ffembi abateesika tubalumye. Tula wano ku kisambi nkunyumize story.
Tag. Ich häng heute Kampala City ab mit Viva Con Agua, Materia Blue Uganda. Wenn ich dann ausflippe und mit afrikanischen alten Frauen hüpfe und mit Paul Ripke, könnten die sehen, wie die Musungus dancen. Ich reg mit dummen Moves an, um zu denken. Schmeiß der Becher bei einem Festival auf dem Meckes und die Welt wird besser. Meckes kam zurück von dem Kurztrip nach Deutschland und ist leider in einer Club-Mate-Fabrik verdurstet.
nga tuzze tewesega sembera mpola mpola ate todduka ojja kwetega bannayuganda n'abagirimaani olwaliro nkukakasa twajjidde mu maanyi breakdance project uganda viva konagwa green berlin atukonako yagwa
kuva uganda nzino nze kuva lwenziza abatesi besse olwaleero wendi muzukulu wa katongole ku mulimu omutongole kubeera kuliyimba sagana ne mekes ne marateria seyagana
Dein Sohn, meine Mama spielt Shows in Kampala, raucht Dope in Kampala, häng ab mit zwei Rhinos, Bush und Obama in Uganda, nenn mich alle nur Europa Bambata. Langsam blättert meine Hautfarbe ab mit Meckes am Start, rosa, blau oder schwarz ab ins 24/7 sind wie Ocean's 11, jede Schablone an der Wand gleich mit der Dose zu treffen. La Familia, Masi, Konakwa, Viva la Rostock, selbst Bier schmeckt nach Wasser. Ladies like Air Drums und Silvester, Uganda mein Bruder und manchmal auch Schwester.
Chiba chikolanga nange wendize kamukamu bwe muganda jama to Uganda together we make the wonders tuchisobola wetukwatagana ewatalimpala na tuba tuzimbagana yes tuchisobola watalimpala nawe tukwatagana tuba tuzimbagana yes just like nature just like nature
Marcus, Materia, Sylvester and Abrams. That is like Chris Jean, Viva Conagua, Blue Uganda, They Oceans, Green Berlin, and Infinite Records.
R.I.P. moms. Yeah, never forget you. Yeah, and for everybody else that we lost, everybody that we love. Yeah, I miss you. LG.
Living in pain when you're caught up in the rain. Life hanging by its way, about to fade away. All hope is gone when all is lost. Miss you, but I know life must go on. Living in pain when you're caught up in the rain. Life hanging by its way, about to fade away. All hope is gone when all is lost. Miss you, but I know life must go on.
Been a couple things going through my head. Time's getting hard, somehow I gotta maintain. There'll be a lot of pain if I get caught up in the rain. Will I be the same? Will I be ready for the change? My heart is aching, I'm anxiously waiting. Time don't fail me while I'm anticipating. What am I saying? I'm not mistaken. Gotta pull myself up before I start fading.
See my whole life, check what I heard, what happened then. That dreadful night when you heard that accident. Doc said it wasn't no thing, you'd make it. It still broke my heart to see you stretched out on a hospital bed. Had to explain the pain that you felt as you lay there, tears flowing down my eyes watching you smile. Many years later, can't get over my loss, cause I still can't believe that you're gone. Nah, living your pain when you're caught up in the rain. Life hanging by its way, about to fade away. All hope is gone when all is lost. Miss you, but I know life must go on. Living your pain when you're caught up in the rain. Life hanging by its way, about to fade away. All hope is gone when all is lost. Miss you, but I know life must go on.
Been a couple couple things going through my head. Time's getting hard, somehow I gotta maintain. There'll be a lot of pain if I get caught up in the rain. Will I be the same? Will I be ready for the change? My heart is aching, I'm anxiously waiting. Time don't fail me while I'm anticipating. What am I saying? I'm not mistaken. Gotta pull myself up before I start fading.
Listen, all alone in this cold, cold world. I'm on my own in a zone where there's nowhere to turn. What can I do? Should I lose it? Hard when I'm missing you. It's heavy on my mind, yo, this feeling so pitiful. True, it hurts bad when a loved one is gone. When it pours, you can't do much but weather the storm. Miss you a lot, never stop singing this song till the day when I see you again. So long.
When you caught up in the rain, life hanging by its way, about to fade away. All hope is gone, when all is lost. Miss you, but I know life must go on. Never knew pain when you caught up in the rain, life hanging by its way, about to fade away. All hope is gone, when all is lost. Miss you, but I know life must go on.
Yeah, the song is dedicated to the memory of my late mother Barbara. R.I.P. Mom. And to all the loved ones I lost in my life, both my grandmothers, my grandfathers, Andy Florence, rest in peace. My homie Morose, so hard to sing this song, but I love and miss you so long.
Never knew pain when you caught up in the rain, life hanging by its way, about to fade away. All hope is gone, when all is lost. Miss you, but I know life must go on. Never knew pain when you caught up in the rain, life hanging by its way, about to fade away. All hope is gone, when all is lost. Miss you, but I know life must go on. Never knew pain when you caught up in the rain, life hanging by its way, about to fade away. All hope is gone, when all is lost. Miss you, but I know life must go on. Never knew pain when you caught up in the rain, life hanging by its way, about to fade away. All hope is gone, when all is lost. Miss you, but I know life must go on.
ontegeera otya mubuuka sokosembere ngontunuulira ontya twali twesisinkanyeewa naye ekyo nga tonnakiddamu mbulira onzudde otya bubadde onnoonya mbulira obuuzizza otya yana akutumya oyo akusudde ku kyokya sembera lekera okwemotya weebuzaabuza tunula mu maaso toweetya abamu bamanyi nga rapa bamu bamanyi nga b-boy sibyowakana abamu bamanyi nga eddoboozi eryogerera omuntu owa wansi yonna gyendi abamu bamanyi nga yimba kyendi abalala banda babuza musomesa wuuyo abatamanyi bo bawuza fala wuuyo nakyo kinkolera kuba mbayita kulitalaba olwo abagamba nti nina amaaso ana abiri gali maaso abiri gali mabega nkoto lwaki balowooza bwe batyo kuba nzinengera gyenva nekyengenda bangi bandaba naye tebantegeera bangi bantegeera naye tebandaba 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 abafere bantya bwe bandaba bo tebaddamu kucacyanca bakirako bingubiridde mu kyenkya anti ndi mu bufu obukodyo ninankuyanja bategera waggulu nempita wansi ne banteega ku kkono nempita ku ddyo mbaleka basembye kya bulijjo obukodyo bwe gaba mazzi ewange yewali ensulo ewange gyensulo olumu onoonya n'ombula olumu nsula nkola olumu nsiba ntabaalira ekumpi n'ewala sinti mbewala mirimu gyenkola gyanfula naddalabikalabika ninga mazzi gansuwa bangi bandaba naye tebantegeera bangi bantegeera naye tebandaba 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 amagezi ganesi baneesera abateesi baneesiga ate abagezigezi bo batandika okuneesiga kuba bakungula ebiva mu nsigo z'ensiga ate ab'omululu bo baswama bakeraga ensega mujja kunzisa enseko kuba ndaba nze musumba olumu gotayawula mu ndiga nkulengera nga tondaba era nga sinnaba kulabika nsirika nga gwologopya tonnalabuka nsiterebuka ate era sitakibe nga sinnakikenenya ndusu nze ndi ku manduso n'olwekyo kakkana nkujje ekifu ku maaso bagamba nkyekuba omunaku tekya eyange yakya naye abalala n'engikeesa era bwenjagala neebakootulo n'obudde n'enkeesa awakana kikyoteesa bangi bandaba naye tebantegeera bangi bantegeera naye tebandaba bangi bandaba naye tebantegeera bangi bantegeera naye tebandaba bangi bandaba naye tebantegeera bangi bantegeera naye tebandaba bangi bandaba naye tebantegeera bangi bantegeera naye tebandaba. Abrams Techa
Yeah, Moon G. A story began. He had big dreams ezokubera superstar nga MJ ngo bwalabo mukabira Facebook poster ebisawe nga bijula. It was all a dream nga Biggie bwe yagamba, but buli we yatuuka nga kazindalo nga crowd emwoganira vayo yayimba nga yekwese mizindalo anti ku stage bamukubanga zichokolo naye nga champion nalemerako. Giving up, teyakirowoozako. He worked hard, natuka ku radio bwe yakola video takyavana ku TV yo. Kati bwatuka ku stage nga bawugana the same people bamugamba nga vayo bapromota mu kusooka nga basalawa kati ekivulu bwatakibaako tekijja kukwatayo. That's a champion. Kasita obeera n'okukkiriza everything is possible if you truly believe. Kyokava omusajja gye mumanye yakuba ku buloga kati afuka escalade enju eri ku acres 2. That's a real champion. That's a champion. Ono yaviira Masaka Mzee Boy yaweta teri kusoma school fees zabula yapakasapakasa era obusente bwe bwawera 12 ku macanga ali kuzidde Kampala. Mowino mwe yatuukira okusuubula abayaye sente ne bazikuba yeyiyayi era n'asuubula endiboota awezezza emidaala ena Owino ne bajooca. But no, ebyokudda esakala yagaana obwongo bwesera ng'era yasala lwera yayiya ekijji wakati mu city center kusuubula jini kati yatwegombesa anti emali ajja China amaduuka awezezza 3 ku Nabukeera 26 landlord takyamukonkona mami asula mu byenga sister asoma bwa doctor. That's a champion. Kasita obeera n'okukkiriza everything is possible if you truly believe. Temumanyi street kid eyambala nga kasaati kamwe akayero pastor omuyimbi kati bw'alonkinga buli mwaka abantu ne bayitirira. He's a champion. All I'm saying is teri kitasoboka. Yeah, beera n'okukkiriza. Osobola okuva kataka ke kamwoje ncha ne bakusanga mu Emirates mw'ogusambira. Osobola okuva mu saloon ncha ne bakusanga nga Serena igwagikulira. All I ask big brother, have a little faith. Beera n'okukkiriza. Kasita obeera n'okukkiriza buli kimu ojja kifuna. Everything, anything, buli kye wali olonseeko. Kasita oba n'okukkiriza. And you'll never take him to church.
If you believe, then you can achieve it.
Kati boda boda givukise manyi na kukkiriza enkya bagenda kusanga mu magulu 10 yo. Beera n'okukkiriza omupaka sidisanise manyi na kukkiriza Majestic Plaza egenda kubeera yo.
If you believe, then you can
government sponsorship ogenda tukayo. Ne rapa atandika nawe beera n'okukkiriza awaditane ekyazizo bwe kiri. Just believe, set your heart to it. Believe.
You can achieve it, you
Teweerayo okusaba. Enkya basobola okugamba mu Uganda etutte World Cup. Kase tubala okukkiriza.
achieve it, you know.
Beera n'okukkiriza ekyo olina emputtu.
Farmers around us here have no access to electricity, no access to clean cooking fuel, and no access to milling. So to mill their rice and groundnuts and maize, they have to drive miles away to grow. They have to pay for transport, they have to pay for storage and accommodation.
Mandulis is an electricity company that uniquely also provides agricultural value addition. Farmers bring us their crops and we turn this into higher value products. This alone doubles their income. We're trying to create a way of generating electricity that delivers value to the local communities in which we operate.
Now, we've come here so that we use the waste from all the farming around us to produce electricity through biomass gasification at each of these sites.
At the same time, that focus on biomass means we can not only generate electricity, but we end up with a byproduct, that biochar, which can be used to produce cooking fuel. Doing that means that we save nearly 1 million trees per annum. Technology is a thread that ties everything together. We combine the blockchain technology, AI, and Internet of Things to make sure that we can address critical bottlenecks that allows us to engage thousands of farmers. And the cost of settlement of electricity transactions go down significantly.
In a sense, energy is the center of entrepreneurship in the regions, and by providing these underserved areas with access to electricity, we're hoping that it won't just turn on a light, it'll turn on a movement towards improving people's lives in those regions.
Yana dir ma yamo tiamba mira de baya ya ro ma kelo de ba mira de baya tera de ma kamo le ba mira de baya da da Rabu Nyana get it, man, baby, nyana get it,
Robo go na na kini. Awu mo dale bi ye. Awu dale bi ye. Man wo. Wa. Ra ye. Pera carrière qui est pour toi.